company picnic, book club, wherever it is, you can talk about it later. When you live so much of your life in front of a camera and you're on air morning, night, morning, night, morning, night, as they said at the beginning of the show, they don't even spend leisure time together anymore. On the show yesterday, they asked each other, "What are you doing today?" And he's like, "I'm going to lay around and watch some CSI, 3 or 4 episodes, I hope. Just veg out. What are you doing today?" And she's like, "I might go to the gym." They don't hang out at home. It's already fractured. Do you understand that? So once that starts happening, and it's natural. We spend so much time together on air at work, it feels like hanging out and talking like a couple. Because in some ways it is, even though you're, being more of a character for the radio. So you start spending more and more time on air, and we're talking 9 hours a day. And then on the weekends, you have to watch his kids. And I imagine he has a lot of, "Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. They're my kid." She can act like they're her kids and she's so blessed and yada, yada, yada. We know they ain't her kids. Her parents know that those kids aren't their grandkids. They don't smell like they belong to them. They ain't your kids. They'll never be your kids. They'll never be your kids, April. Those are Ashley LaRue's children. You're a stepmother who is handing over her best, most fertile years to a man who doesn't take her seriously. And there's no doubt in my mind, if I had to bet my mortgage on it, if I had to bet my life on it, if I had to bet my income on it, they will be divorced. This will end in divorce, and probably faster than his last marriage, which is sad because he's older and should know better. But he married a little radio fangirl. She thought she's going to have the best life because she's marrying a local celeb. And she's starting to realize this misogynistic, uncaring facade that he puts up on the radio is more important than her actual feelings and well-being. And while it may have started out on air with him joking about coming all over her face and filling her up with goo and spreading her open and just sticking in his fucking, skin nozzle in and topping her off and gooing all over her tiny tits and, like that's all he talks about. It's all he talks about. And after a while it wears thin. Like I'm already nauseous thinking about it. But she's starting to realize that that is what she is. She's a prop. And when she has a real problem and real concerns, like she did yesterday with him, he's more focused on the chat and how he appears to his public than he is with her. Now, I don't know if that's a wrong move. He's got to take care of his public, and he will look like a beta bitch if he stops his show and forgoes his reputation to console her live on air while she's having a breakdown, which she did several times. She had to storm off. So he's got to ignore her and be tough. So that's hurting her and driving her away further. And also, we're not buying the alpha act, movie. You look like a fucking bitch. And this will perpetuate itself into more and more of this as time goes on. There's no way anyone forgets this, them or the audience, ever. And while we are done with this here, we covered it live yesterday and we don't need to cover it anymore. Chad will get to this in 3 or 4 days and go over it with his stale, unfunny. I imagine he'll watch it's 2 hours of really awkward stuff. And we watched it for over an hour yesterday. Chad will watch 7 minutes of it, get bored, and go, "Want to see me on Bob and Tom?" And play something else. No, complete ADHD motherfucker. And all the other shows will rehash it. If Carl from WATP is a true unbiased guy, There's no way this show isn't cringe of the week. He does a thing called cringe of the week. There's no way this clip isn't cringe of the week. I'm sorry. It's not. It's not even close. This fundamentally exposed a dynamic that cannot be. You can't put this genie back in the lamp. We really got to see what these guys are. Whew, you know. I don't know. So I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be great. This relationship will sour and sour. And by the way, I don't know what it'll be Friday morning, but holy shit, I didn't think it was possible. I thought he'd be ticking back up by now. No, no, no. The Steel Toe subscribers keep dropping. He's 9.93 now. Don't forget he was 9.97. He went to 9.965 and now 3. He's hemorrhaging subscribers. It's so funny. It's so funny. Hey, remember he like, if you are one of these people unsubscribing and fucking with our numbers, I do hate you. It's not funny. It drives me insane. It's driving him insane. You hear that? Knock it off. You're driving him insane. It's like, good. Good, good, good. We like driving men insane over here, right?